In retrospect, I think it was a mistake. I should have hired.
Welcome everyone, we're here live at ChannelCon 2025 in Nashville with the Managed Service Provider Association of America. I'm here with our guest, Emil Isanov. Did I get it that time?
You got it.
Oh yes, we've been practicing. Emil's from ETech 7, an MSP in Manhattan. Emil, how did you get started in this business?
Excellent question, thank you for the intro, Mike. I got started initially by doing tech support for a friend's father, and I was very passionate about technology and IT, and they needed help with a server, so I helped them replace the server, and then I started managing their dental office IT infrastructure, and they referred me to a few other friends, and that's how I got started with having an IT business.
All right, so in the prep, Emil was giving me the download. ETech 7 is above the $1 million per year hump. Okay, this is a hurdle that 80% of MSPs don't crack. Your origin story is very similar to many MSPs. Like, this is the accidental entrepreneur. Someone had a problem, you started solving. It's like selling lemonade, and then you keep going and the snowball rolls. But you have been able to crack through the ceiling of this $1 million per year mark. What do you think has gotten you past that milestone?
So I believe the mindset of an entrepreneur is one of the most important things. And I read a book by Michael Gerber. It's called The E-Myth Revisited. A friend recommended it to me, and it basically changed my perspective on what it means to be an entrepreneur and a business owner. In the book, he explains that there are 3 types of roles in a business. There's the technician who provides the service. There's the manager who manages the day-to-day operations and manages the clients, helps with management of the employees. And then there's the entrepreneur. So he says, if you want to have your own business, if you want to own your business, you should not be a technician or a manager. Even though in the beginning you have to start, but ideally your job as an entrepreneur is to grow and automate your business, to scale it. And in order to grow and automate your business, you have to focus on 2 things. Number 1 is you have to build around processes, roles, and responsibilities. And number 2, the most important thing is to focus on your marketing and sales. If you as an entrepreneur focus your time and energy on growing your business with the proper marketing and sales, automation and setup, then you won't have to do the technical work. That's when you can actually scale and grow. Instead of solving IT problems or doing the technical work, assign that to smart people and give them specific responsibilities where they handle that. Don't get involved in the day-to-day. Your job is to remove yourself from the technician role, remove yourself from the manager role, assign those roles to people that you hire slowly, and then your job is to grow the company and automate operations by creating a documented operations manual.
SOPs. Standard operating. SOP is what changed you from selling your time as a consultant to a business that can make happy clients.
That's right.
When did you start the business?
In 2011.
Okay, so we're going almost 15 years now.
Almost 15
Congratulations,
years.
You're surviving a long time.
That's right.
Roll back the clock, 2011, like the first couple years when you were still struggling, because I'm assuming at the beginning you're still struggling, no one's perfect.
Of course.
What do you remember was like the moment where you wrote the SOP and it started working and it started clicking in your mind, I got to commit to delegating. Like, I got to emotionally commit to delegating because it's going to pay off.
So it wasn't a specific moment, but I'll tell you meaning in terms of SOPs. I got presented by a friend to a bigger client with 40 employees, and at some point I realized that I can't provide support for all of them, even with one person. So I hired another tech, and I assured the client that we'll be able to handle the service. And when we did, I basically documented all of the things that we need to do in order to provide service to that client. When I did, I handed that over to one of my technicians, and I told him, you're responsible for this. As he was responsible for providing the service, my job was to get more clients, and I stopped doing the IT. I was only involved when it comes to bigger decisions, and I let go, which I didn't want to let go because I'm very passionate about technology.
Yeah.
I like doing the work. I enjoy building servers and running, networks and things like that. But I realized that my job really shouldn't be to solve IT problems. My job is to grow the company. And when I started focusing on building automation around marketing and sales, I focused on search engine optimization, I got myself a HubSpot license and I became a partner. That really changed things for us.
That's an all-in move. Like, you become a certified HubSpot partner is going above and beyond what a normal user would do. Why did you go that far?
Excellent question. So originally, when we hired an SEO firm to do it for us, I really wanted to get leads from the internet because I knew that was the biggest thing, and I know a lot of people who are already doing very well. Instead of just going door to door or cold calling, I didn't want to do that. The idea was inbound marketing. That's what got me, is people that are looking for your product or service by searching on Google. So we hired an SEO company, and they didn't do such a great job. And at that point, I decided that, you know what, instead of them doing it for me, I'm going to learn everything about SEO, and I did. And during that part of our time, we wanted to be more involved in the setup of the marketing automation and the sales automation. So we got certified with HubSpot, and they told us that we could resell that to other businesses. So I wanted to offer inbound marketing and IT to my clients. But at some point I decided, even though we're a partner, I should focus on one thing. That also helped me. I focused on managed IT services, even though we were very good with marketing and SEO and we had some clients. I sold those clients over to a different company, and I specifically focused on IT.
I think that leads to my next question. Again, back to you being over this $1 million per year hump. What are some things that you do that like others under the $1 million per year aren't doing? Or maybe what do you not do that they do that you recommend they stop doing to get past this hump?
Excellent question. So one of the things that I do, which really helps, is I look at the numbers. I'm a big numbers guy. We make data-driven decisions. So I try not to get emotionally involved in the decision making for the sales and marketing. And when we have a certain number of visits to the website and a certain number of leads, I know my conversion rates. I know how many visits equals how many leads. I know what landing pages they visited. I know what buttons they clicked on. And we improve that process. We improve the emails that go out afterwards as a timed sequence with automation workflows within HubSpot. Once you have your marketing and sales automation set up properly, your job is to keep tweaking and improving that. Improving by producing more blogs, more articles, improving your on-page SEO, your off-page SEO. And now it's even better because technically SEO is not as great as it was because AI overviews are doing very well. So you should optimize for large language models. We're getting some clients from ChatGPT, from Google Gemini, where people are searching and really getting an AI answer. So your job is to optimize your website, your marketing presence, be on LinkedIn, be on all these social platforms. Try to set up a marketing and sales automated setup and grow that. That's what I'm focusing on. And what I'm not focusing on is the day-to-day operations of my IT. I'm trying to get away from that. And I tell my customers, you have a problem, call the support desk. My level 1 techs will help you. If not, level 2, level 3. And then I have a meeting once a week with my entire IT staff, and we discuss what hurdles they had, what issues, and where I can get involved and help them. So I don't get involved in day-to-day IT issues anymore. I stepped away from that. And what I do is focus on my marketing and sales, and specifically automating marketing and working sales, hiring a salesperson.
When was the first, in your journey, what were the first 5 hires, and when did the first time you hired a salesperson?
So initially I did all the sales. Right now I have one salesperson who's helping me out. My first 5 hires were all techs, and I had some interns also. That was one of the ways that I grew originally, is I learned a lot about how to get interns to come and help you, and then they slowly understand what you're working on and they help you. So I had a dedicated marketing staff. We had 4 marketing people. Some of these interns became full-time staff. One was doing content creation, another was sharing. We had a person going to different events and reporting on that, writing blogs. So if you focus on just hiring techs, that's one thing, but you should focus on hiring marketing people. They'll definitely help you out. And get a salesperson. That's more important than hiring a tech.
Yeah, you think so?
Yes, it is.
Like the first few people you were hiring as techs, and the book we were talking about earlier was Dan Martell's Buy Back Your Time.
Yes.
It's very similar to your E-Myth, which is like SOPs, big SOPs, invest the time.
Well, it's not just SOPs. He says focus on growth and automation. SOPs help you scale.
Right.
But your focus should not be on doing the technical work.
Right.
It should be focused on growing the business.
So what was your order of delegation? Let's say that you were one person, you had to do everything. Then
yes.
You hire the next person, delegate something. What's that thing, and then what's the second thing you delegate, and the third thing?
Well, when I started, I already had a few clients from when I was doing this on my own. So at first I hired a technician, and I started giving him the tech work. I started getting the tools. Then I hired another technician. So we hired like 4 technicians to begin with. In retrospect, I think it was a mistake. I should have hired a salesperson to do outbound, to do inbound, to do demand generation, lead generation, and then focus on bringing in more business. I believe Larry Page said something very smart. He said, that's the CEO of Google, one of the founders of Google. He's not the CEO anymore, but he used to be. He said, in business, money solves all problems. Your job is to get the money in, do the sales, do the marketing. Once you get a client, you can always hire a technician. It's not a problem. Focus on marketing and sales.
All right, so you're hitting it well with ETech 7. What's next in your roadmap?
Excellent question. So I really don't want to have a service company. I want to have a software company powered by AI. Today we have a company called AI Autopilot that we're building that grew out of our MSP from ETech 7, where we're doing automated AI ticket triage and ticket dispatch and copilots for MSPs. The simple way that I explain it to people is, everybody's seen Iron Man. And in Iron Man, in Mark 1, when Tony Stark was building the first Iron Man suit, that suit wasn't so great. He didn't have his tools, and he didn't have an AI assistant. He didn't have Jarvis. So whenever he built Mark II, it was inside of his lab. He had his tools, but most importantly, he had Jarvis, which was the AI assistant. So our job really is in AI Autopilot is to give every single technician or every person in your business an AI assistant. We also call it Jarvis internally, so that he could superpower your technicians, superpower your staff. And it's not just a ChatGPT wrapper. We connect it to your tools. We give you a RAG so that it retrieves your knowledge information and presents it to your technicians based on your knowledge base and your resolution notes.
Are you using this live? This is
we already have
live use. So you're the most powerful user.
That's right. Our IT company is using it currently for automated triage and dispatch. We've automated those steps. We had a dedicated person doing that. That person is now doing other things. So we automated a role in our business.
Is this saving you time, or it's earning you the ability to do something else?
Excellent question. It is saving our company time and money, and it gives us the ability to do other things. That's correct.
Like a lot of the AI tools, like the meeting notes recorder,
yes.
They'll send you the weekend summary saying, this week you saved 10 hours. Well, you didn't really save 10 hours, you just weren't going to write the notes.
Exactly.
So is it one of those things, or is it?
No, it's not, because in an MSP, when a ticket comes in, a person has to triage it. He has to identify the category, subcategory, priority. That's really important to determine what the next steps are. So instead of a person doing it, we basically outsource that to our AI Copilot, which does it for you. And besides that, we also give you a Copilot for your technician who gives you the troubleshooting steps. So instead of him going and searching in the knowledge base or going online, it does that for you and presents the solutions to your technicians.
Wonderful. All right, Emil from ETech 7, from Manhattan. We are both sweating like crazy here in Nashville because we're both from the Northeast. We're live at GTIA's ChannelCon 2025. Emil, wonderful to have you.
Thank you, Mike.
Your story.
Appreciate it.
Right on.
Thank you to everyone.
Enjoyed this episode? Hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe.